Alright, babes. Friends, lovers, enemies, we enjoyed peace for long enough. It's time for war. Okay, that light's maybe a bit too blue. It's doing weird shit to my face. Maybe we make it a slightly lighter blue. I wanted to make the black light blue, or the backlight blue, because, the blue for calming, no, the blue for stressing, because it's time for Aqua Hideout, gamers. We, she is blue for an amazing reason. Shut up, Izzy. We have the first one of those guys calced, probably. Closing some things. And let me tell you, it fucking sucks, and the last Pokemon were just kind of vibes checking. We just kind of have to hope for the best. Which is epic. War is nothing compared to the stress of thinking about Bright Powder and Quick Claw. Why did they have to put Bright Powder on the fucking contrary superior? There are so many other things you could have put on that. You could have just not done that. No one would have noticed if you didn't put Bright Powder on the contrary superior. I think the only thing that might be more demonic than that is putting the focus band on the... Wait, unmute on the word not. Hello, hi Laika. Welcome to stream, hon. I don't want to do Aqua Hideout. Here, kids. You miss Mount Pyre theme, I'm certain. I don't... Thank you very much for the gift sub, Pyo. The stream sugar mommy. Thank you very much for gifting a sub to Dear Rose. Gifting a rub. Oh, he's out here gifting a rub. Let's play the fucking game. Oh, did I blink out the box? Hold on. Where's the follower goal, live split, random Pokemon FMK, game capture? Huh. Hide, unhide. What the fuck? Oh, I'm on the wrong window. There we go. I was on the Silk Calc, that's why. Oh boy. So, Aqua Hideout has 9 trainers in it. It thankfully doesn't have a demonic field gimmick like Magma Hideout does, but instead it simply has a bunch of trainers with really annoying teams. The first grunt has 6 Pokemon, and I detect 1 Bright Powder, 1 Quick Claw, and 1 Focus Band. 3 cheat items right out the gate. And thankfully, Lucario, Talon, my goat, you are going to put in a lot of work here, honey. So much fucking work. Once again, we have encountered a fight that is only possible through the sheer willpower of Bolcario. At least to make it as safe as it is. However, we kind of don't have a super solid answer to Floatzel. So, I believe first things first, Lucario, I do actually need to start taking my notes on this one. Pre-damage Luca to 199. Pre-damage Tort to... Oh, my back. Oh, Jesus. Ugh, excuse me, chat. I'm an old lady. I'm dying. Where do you get the music? I mean, right now, this is just, like, playing on YouTube. It's a 10-hour loop of the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire version of Mount Pyre. Because it's really good. Praise be to Bulcario, who also dunks buffaloes after a bit of scale help. Yeah, no, if only it could dunk weasels. Though with any luck, Bulcario can take a lot of damage. Enough damage to put it into range of liquidation, but not enough damage to put it into range of power-up punch. Or pup, as we like to call it. So, okay. Torterra, I believe... Let me double check what I need to pre-damage you to. You need to be able to... proc Citrus Berry from low roll close combat. I already did the math to confirm that you can live the number of hits we need you to live. Bump, 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 bump. Okay. So 259 divided by 2 comes out to 129 and a half. So Citrus procs at 129. 129 plus low roll CC is 118. Comes out to 247. 247 HP. So pre-damage Lucario. We don't need to pre-status Lucario. Equip Luca with Chesto Berry. Equip Gran with Life Orb. Equip Tort and Drag with Citrus Berry. We kind of don't really need anything specific on Goss. I don't think. I should also add one prior note. So we are trying to avoid leveling up Pokemon that we don't need to level up. So all of our Pokemon are currently level 79, so level up all used Pokemon to 81. But yeah. Yeah, because I don't think we want to give Eldegoss a healing item. It's coming in on liquidation, which never kills it, and then it's always baiting in Bouffalant, and we don't want to overheal, because liquidation does minimum of 100, drops us down to 210. That math is easy. There is something on my freaking mat. D-Knight Citrus, better for the later steer, I suppose. Exactly. Because we're not using Dragonite to kill Pangoro, we're using it as a pivot to get Stone Edge onto Lucario. So more HP the better. Thankfully Pangoro never knocks it low enough to bait Stone Edge into Lucario regardless, but... So. Yeah. Because Lucario's HP is always down to 119. We've done the pre-damage there. But it never gets to the point where it shows a... Because... Floatzel doing more damage to us than we do to it doesn't matter if it doesn't see a kill and Kingler does. And that is the important thing. And Kingler will see a kill and will not see that we kill it. We also need to make sure that it doesn't click agility, because that would be bad. Okay. So yeah, we kind of don't need to give Eldegoss anything. Oh, that's right. Bouffalant has Sap Sipper, so we don't even need to worry about fucking showing it a kill with Leaf Storm. That's really funny. Oh, but yeah, that's right. I was doing the math. So minimum damage is 100, so 210. Yeah, we always show a kill to head charge after one liquidation, and liquidation cannot miss. Okay. So we essentially had to choose one of two places to incorporate risk into this fight. That being killing Kingler with Eldegoss potentially coming in on Rock Slide or, God forbid, X-Scissor, or having Walrein 1v1 Floatzel at the end of the line and praying that we don't lose a lot of 1 in 10s. This Buffalo really thinks it's a water type. Under what circumstances would you want to use a grass move into that guy? It's really funny. But yeah. So I don't think it really matters what we equip Goss with. I'm trying to think if there's like something we could put on it in case we want to try to bring it in against Floatzel, but And the nice thing is it doesn't matter what we show a kill to on Bouffalant, because Lucario swaps into all of them really well. So yeah. We won't worry about it. Equip Waller with Never Melt Ice. I don't think there's any other pre-status we need to do. So, first things first. Lucario versus Persian Alola. This thing's a real son of a bitch. Night Slash Play Rough can drop your attack. It's really fucking fast, and it has Fur Coat to drop the... I believe it's not just contact moves. I think it just doubles its defense against all physical damage. Like... But also... Oh yeah, just this Pokemon's defense is doubled. Insane. Yeah, so Alolan Persian has doubled defense. So it's actually not 121, it's 242. It has Hypnosis. It's faster than you. Your moves can miss. It's just a whole bunch of problems. A whole bunch of problems that Lucario doesn't give a fuck about. Because who cares if you're dropping my attack? I'm hitting with a special move. Who cares if my moves have reduced accuracy? Aura Sphere is a sure hit move. We don't even need a damage boosting item, so we can hold a Chesto Berry to get around Hypnosis. So, Chesto Berry. Export, import. Lucario comes out, Persian comes out. It could go for Hypnosis or it goes for Play Rough. Either way, we want to hit KO with Aura Sphere. We then show a fast kill to Pangoro, a fast kill to Bouffalant. The only thing that is faster than Lucario is Floatzel, who does not see a kill, but who does see a kill is Grapple-Locked. Specifically always with Revenge, no matter what HP we're at. So, Grapple-Locked is going to come in second, and click Revenge. We are going to swap to Granbull, who's going to be holding a Life Orb. Life Orb Granbull, somehow barely faster than Grapple-Locked. Intimidate reduces the amount of damage it takes, which could be good, unless it crits, but thankfully it doesn't matter if it does crit. Actually, should confirm something. I don't think it's an issue, but let me confirm. Revenge crit does 108, so 249 minus 108 comes out to 141, and then we lose 24 HP because of Life Orb, brings us down to 117. Okay, yeah, no, it's always Gunk Shot on Pangoro. Just making sure. Thankfully, it wouldn't really matter because it would, at best, show potentially Stone Edge, and pretty sure never close combat. Point is, I mean, obviously never close combat because it doesn't even go down to Stone Edge. So if we're crit, we're fine. And if we aren't crit, notably, we're fine. Pangoro always sees a fast kill with Gunk Shot. Doesn't matter that we show a kill to it with Play Rough. So it comes in, it clicks Gunk Shot. We swap back to Lucario, who takes no damage from Gunk Shot. We then swap to Torterra to take close combat. Now the thing is, motherfucker's got a Quick Claw. Motherfucker has a Quick Claw. Really annoying item, which means that even though Lucario has a fast one-hit KO on it, we are not safe to click close combat, because if Quick Claw procs and it gets off its close combat, we die. So, we need to get this thing to -4 special defense. And subsequently -4 defense, but the point is -4 special defense. So what we are going to do is we have a Torterra that is pre-damaged, so when it takes a close combat, it always procs a Citrus Berry. Close combat does just little enough damage that even if it max rolled 3 times in a row, Torterra clicking synthesis always lives and always only baits close combat because all other moves do less than 50%. So we swap in on CC, we synthesis on second CC, we synthesis on third CC, we swap to Dragonite for fourth CC. Dragonite, then no matter what, baits Stone Edge, swap back to Lucario, Pangoro is now at -4, Vacuum Wave is a priority move, which gets around Quick Claw, 1-hit KO. Really annoying. And we have also pre-damaged Lucario, specifically, we still show a fast kill to Bouffalant so it never comes in, we don't show a kill to Floatzel, but we do show a kill to Kingler. Now, notably, we don't always show it killing rolls on everything, and it has agility. And chat, you remember what happens the last time a Pokemon clicked agility and we weren't prepared for it. Rest in peace, Rest in peace, Kethri. Rest in peace, Kethri. So we don't want that to happen. So we have pre-damaged Lucario to 199 because technically Persian could click Hypnosis instead of Play Rough turn 1, and Pangoro can miss with Stone Edge. Notably though, 199 minus critical hit max roll Play Rough is 69. Nice. Drops us to 130. Still don't bait in Floatzel, still baiting Grapple Locked, always on revenge. In comes Pangoro, crits us with Stone Edge, does 37. We go down to 93. We get the kill. We still show fast kill to Bouffalant. We still do not... Wait a second. Now, why is Liquidation doing that much damage? Did I fuck up my numbers earlier? Oh, did I done make a little fucky wucky ooh-woo? Well, that's not good. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Did I just do my numbers wrong the first time? Because the goal is to get Kingler in next and make sure that it's always clicking that move. 81. Chesto Berry. No status. Singles. Did I only check that it doesn't bait in Bouffalant? Well, it never bait in Bouffalant, but not Floatzel. Mildly annoying. Why did I think this was safe? Okay. Because the plan was to bait in Kingler. I guess I'm glad I'm double checking my math here. Because yeah, we've got to set it to 119. So 199 minus Stone Edge crit is 37. Later, Rose. It goes down to 62. Minus 69. Yeah, 93. Huh. Did I not calc it with crit the first time? No, I definitely did. Oh, that's annoying. That's really annoying. I mean... Because I also can't, like, kill Pangoro with close combat to drop my... Well, because then if I drop my defense, it'd be Floatzel anyways. Okay. I might have to pivot back to the slightly riskier version of this line. Because what we can do is we can just kill Pangoro with Dragonite. Defense all the way down to -4. Muscle Band does at least still kill. What's the consequence if Floatzel comes in early? It means that we have the bad situation of going to... oh, geez. Thank you very much again for the gift sub, yo. Holy shit. it means that we have to do the riskier Wall Rain and then still handle risky Kingler. Which we do not like. Okay, though. So the alternative here is we use Dragonite into Grapple-Locked, or not Grapple-Locked, Pangoro. So instead of going to Lucario, we just go to D-Knight. If Pangoro's defense has been lowered sufficiently, if it's down to -4, and we have the Muscle Band, we can one-hit KO with Extreme Speed. I suppose we may as well just use Silk Scarf, but... Silk Scarf, does that do it at -3? No, it needs to be -4. Not that that matters. Yeah, okay. Which has its upsides and it has its downsides. It just means we have to deal with a riskier version of Kingler. So, okay, slight moderation of the play might help. Swap D-Knight for Gyarados. Gyarados is a better mon for dealing with Floatzel at the end. Is it? Because, like... Yeah, I'm definitely willing to believe that there are guys who... I'd still need a Citrus Berry. And a slight bit of pre-damage, maybe. Because, like, okay, what happens if we bait in Floatzel? It goes for... I don't really like Gyarados for fighting Floatzel all that much. Okay, who comes close to 225 speed? It's like Noivern's speed ties it, which is so annoying. Greninja outspeeds. Which is pretty cool. Not immune to Ice Punch, though. It takes kind of too much from Liquidation. So I like the idea of bringing in Greninja and spamming Dark Pulse, but... I wonder. Thunder Punch. Can you even learn Thunder Punch? Probably not. Greninja. Yeah, only Ice Punch. And Brick Break, but... Oh, that is a good point. Yeah, being able to Intim Floatzel is really nice. Okay, I don't hate that. Yeah, no, that's a really good point. It doesn't really do a lot to stop Power-Up Punch. But yeah, with a Citrus Berry... Yeah, it never takes... It can always live crit close combat into Crit Crunch. I suppose I might need to worry about pre-damaging it slightly to make sure that any roll of crit close combat procs Citrus. But that doesn't seem like a whole lot to do. Like, there's also Noivern, but it takes too much from CC. Gyarados is shockingly bulky. Has similar HP to Dragonite. Okay. What are the actual odds Floatzel comes in early? Persia needs to not click Hypnosis and find how many rolls of crit play rough. Lucario gets dropped down to 93 in worst case scenario, which is... It needs to be above 100. So... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or not 10. I suppose it would need to be. So that's 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. So there are 5 potential rolls that Play Rough crit doesn't bait Floatzel, but there's also as long as it doesn't crit on Stone Edge, and there's the chance Stone Edge misses. Don't get me wrong, I think this line's pretty dang safe. I do think you're right that bringing Gyarados is better for Floatzel regardless. My only problem with Gyarados into Floatzel is that it doesn't consistently bait Ice Punch like Dragonite does. Because Dragonite being able to swap into Dragonite and then bait Ice Punch into Walrein is really nice. And it shows a kill with Draco Meteor to prevent Power-Up Punch. But yeah... I wonder if there's any interesting tech we could teach Gyarados, because it does currently have Rock Smash. Don't want to do it on that screen. Yeah. I mean, if we could get, like... Oh no, Thunderfang isn't a tutor move. We can just teach it Thunder. But our special attack is dog shit. But its special defense is dog shit. Nah, only 53. We're not faster. Oh, we need to be able to show it a one-hit KO. Yeah. So... yeah. I do think you're right that we use Gyarados instead of Dragonite. Well, because I do wonder if Gyarados is actually worse. For the Flub world. Hashtag Flub world. I mean, the nice thing about this is that it's basically, like, only double crit. And it needs to not click Hypnosis turn 1. So, like, how many rolls does that need to fuck up? Although, hold on. Head Charge does more damage to Lucario than I feel like I thought it did. I feel like the best laid plans of Mice and Men are starting to fall apart. Because I don't think... Yeah, Lucario shouldn't be dying to Head Charge. Hold on, okay. We bait in Grapple Locked. We kill it with Gramble. We bait in Pangoro. We go to Lucario. We go to Torterra. I think we had some fundamentally flawed parts of this line. I'm beginning to think we need to pivot back to beating Floatzel with Walrein before Kingler, and hoping for the best. Because yeah, it's scary, but it's kind of our best option. So, chat, for context, the thing I'm looking at right now is beating... Because the original plan was to beat Pangoro with Lucario. So that way we could bait in Kingler to then go to Eldegoss always on liquidation. But the lines are kind of funky, specifically because there is a world where Eldegoss dies to the max roll of critical hit Rock Slide, dies to most rolls of X Scissor, and Walrein, after beating Float Cell, it's kind of a die roll as to what it, like, baits afterwards. It should be Rock Slide, but if it's liquidation, that's really bad for us. Or not liquidation, if it's X Scissor, that's really bad for us. So if Walrein's HP is too low, there is theoretically a world where we have to just sack Walrein to get Dragonite in for free. Yeah, I think we use Dragonite instead of Gyarados. And we have to go back to this version of the line. I don't know what made me think that Lucario could do all of that. It just has to take too much pregame. Because it also, Lucario needs to be able to swap into a head charge from Bouffalant later. And it's just a little too much, 114. Yeah, we need Dragonite because priority move to kill Pangoro. It baits in Float Cell always, because even though we show a kill on Float Cell with Draco Meteor, it's always going to see a kill on us with Ice Punch. And thankfully, only Ice Punch. And the nice thing about this, so the issue with this Float Cell is that it has 2 moves that can drop your defense, and it has 1 move that can raise its attack. The nice thing about coming into Walrein off this is that we're always coming in on Ice Punch, a move that cannot freeze us because we are an Ice type. Holding Never Melt Ice. We are, if I had to guess, I think Lucario probably lived all that from full HP, but needing to always show Kingler KO necessitated pre-damage. Yeah, no, but I thought it worked even with the pre-damage. I'm pretty sure I thought I did that math, accounting for the pre-damage, because that was the whole point. It was like, yeah, it needed to live, critical hit head charge, 51%, plus critical hit Stone Edge, 16.5%, so we're already at like 67, plus critical hit Play Rough. Yeah, no, that's like 3%. We can live Play Rough and Stone Edge and Head Charge, but we can't not bait in Float Cell. So yeah, I think the Dragonite line here is better. The main thing is that Power Up Punch is a move that can boost its stats, so it can always be used unless you fulfill a couple of criteria. The main one is if it sees a kill on you with a move that isn't Power Up Punch, it will click that move instead. If you show it if you show it a one-hit KO, Setup AI takes hold and it doesn't think to click Power Up Punch because it sees it as a setup move, even if Power Up Punch is highest damage. This is important because a Walrein with Never Melt Ice shows a kill to Float Cell, so even though Power Up Punch is its highest damaging move, it won't click it, which is really helpful. The problem is that this thing has a focus band, so it's really inconsistent. But as long as we can KO it fast enough, and ideally without any defense drops, we come in on an Ice Punch, there's a chance we just kill it turn 1. A really good chance. And if we don't kill it on turn 1, there's a good chance we kill it on turn 2. It's very unlikely that we lose Walrein to Float Cell. In comes Kingler. Assuming that we are baiting Rock Slide or Liquidation, we swap to Eldegoss. If we are potentially baiting X Scissor, we're probably just going to sack Walrein into Dragonite, because if it doesn't attack into Eldegoss, well, no, that doesn't matter here. If Eldegoss dies, like, Eldegoss is a more valuable Pokemon long-term than Walrein, even if Walrein has actually been pretty good recently. We would then bring in Dragonite for free, who outspeeds and one-hit KOs with Draco Meteor. And then in comes Bouffalant, who we do need to give Dragonite. We actually need to get rid of Icy Wind to teach it Brick Break to account for this world, because we want to make sure that Bouffalant doesn't ever use Workup. And if we drop our special attack from using Draco Meteor, it doesn't see 50%. So we do need to teach D-Knight Brick Break. Teach drag, B, break. So, if Eldegoss comes in on either of Kingler's moves, it always takes enough damage to show a kill to at least head charge on Bouffalant. And, you know, God forbid, if Eldegoss comes in and dies, we at least don't wipe. It just means that, like, we do the thing anyways, and we lost Eldegoss instead of Walrein, and Dragonite comes in to kill a Draco Meteor. Either way, Bouffalant comes in, we outspeed Show Fast to hit KO with Brick Break, which isn't currently on here, so it doesn't click Work Up, it'll probably click Head Charge. We swap to Lucario, who lives that, outspeeds KOs with Close Combat. That's the line. Dragonite, at what range do you just kill it with E-Speed? Pangoro at defense -4, no, but at defense -5, yes. So I do believe we can do a version of this line, because I think it's safer to live in a world where Dragonite has a Citrus Berry, in case things get weird. So I'd rather have it have that instead of a damage booster. And I'm going to double check my math, but I believe Torterra can always survive 4 close combats, and then it baits the 5th one into Dragonite. So let me confirm that at 247. So assuming we're pre-damaged to 247, 247, we lose highest roll close combat is 139, drops us to 108, our HP is 259, divided by 4, comes out to 64.75, so 108 plus 64 sets us at 172. That's after close combat number 1. After close combat number 2, we lose 139 HP, and 259 divided by 2 is 129, so we then heal 129, 62, so that's close combat number 2. Close combat number 3, we lose 139, regain 129, goes down to 152. Close combat number 4, we lose 139. Yeah, okay. So I do think we just use the 4 round. This is so that way if we get into a situation where, for instance, Walrein suffers a stat drop against Floatzel, we have the option to swap to Dragonite and then swap back to Walrein on Ice Punch to reset the defense drop. And I think that is a better version of this. So open with Luca, OHKO with a sphere. Swap to Grap. Swap to Gran, OHKO with P Rough. Swap to Pang. Swap to Luca, swap to Tort, use Synthesis 1, use Synthesis 2, use Synthesis 3, so that's Close Combat 1, Close Combat 2, Close Combat 3, Close Combat 4, swap to Drag, KO with E-Speed. Swap to Flow, because Floatzel is the first thing that is faster than Dragonite and kills it, and there is no world where we take close combat and don't then show Floatzel a kill with Ice Punch. Swap to Waller, click F dry, and pray. Swap to King. Swap to Elda, if safe. If not, sack. And, swap to Elda if safe. If not, sack to, drag. OHKO with L Storm or D Meteor. Swap to Boof. Swap to Luca, OHKO with Combat. All right. It's stupid, but I think it works. It's a little dangerous. Dragonite needs Brick Break to show kill to a Boof. Yeah. And I guess we don't pre-damage Lucario in this world. No benefit to doing that. Funny. No, that's dumb. I shouldn't do that. Other nice thing also is that Walrein is slower than Kingler, so it never clicks agility. Very beneficial thing. And there is theoretically a world where Walrein swaps into Float Cell, takes an Ice Punch, takes a move, doesn't show a kill to Rock Slide. And in that world, we get the come up of the century. Because... So, the really nice thing is that Super Fang, Bouffalant here has 260 HP, which means that Super Fang does 50% of its max HP. So it can't click Work Up. It'll always click Head Charge into Lucario, because that's highest damaging move. Lucario always takes the damage, which always puts us within range to make sure we show Liquidation to Kingler. Because yeah, like if Walrein comes in on Float Cell, takes an Ice Punch and a low damage Crunch, we might not show a kill to Rock Slide. And in that world, it doesn't see a kill on us, but we show a kill to it. So it won't send out Kingler for the fast kill. It'll instead send in Bouffalant, which is funny. And that's like the come-up-averse. Because yeah, it'll never click Work Up. It'll never see enough damage with Lash Out or Surf. Even then, yeah, Lash Out lowest roll still puts Lucario into liquidation range, which is good. Yeah. All right. It's been a minute, MGBA. What do we got? Dragonite's on the team, so we can use that to fly. Oof. Hell of a thing to open to. It's cool though. I don't plan on losing anyone else anytime soon. Okay, Torterra. We need Grand Ball. D-Knight. We need Walrein. Oh, I think Walrein's just on the team. Oh, that's sad. And we're holding Eldegoss. It's sad specifically because we just did our organizing team based on catch orders, so many things have died that Walrein officially has a spot in the like the party portion of it. So first things first, let's step outside. And we'll fly to Mauville because we got to be there anyways, and then we'll do our level ups. Banger alert. Alright, so, Endless Candy. Welcome to the level cap, Talon. I don't believe anyone here has anything new to learn. Okay. The other nice thing is I'm pretty sure even if Bouffalant clicks Workup when we swap to Lucario, we're like probably safe still. I think it's like maybe a little risky, but I think even in a world where like Bouffalant, yeah, Lucario will have so much HP that it shouldn't be a problem. Quick break. Spawn out Deirdre. Make sure that she has that in the calculator. Yep, Brick Break does 52.3 to 61.5. Swiss Army Dragon, indeed. Alright, Lucario gets Chesto. Duchess gets the Lorb. It's in here somewhere. Turtle gets a Citrus. Deirdre also gets a Citrus. Navara gets the NVM. The annoying thing is that Never Melt Ice Freeze Dry isn't a guaranteed one-hit KO on Floatzel, ignoring Focus Band. It is like a low roll. I think there's like 5 or so rolls that don't kill. Hold on. Never Melt Ice. Let me check. There are 4 rolls that don't kill with it. So it's basically like a 1... I would say it's probably 4 out of 5 times it immediately KOs Floatzel. But it's a shame that it's not always there. Because the more consistent we can... Like, the faster we kill Floatzel, the safer the line gets. My Berry. Hi, Turtle. Welcome to stream, hun. And Pari doesn't need anything. Like, we could give it the Miracle Seed, but... don't really know what that'd do. Not much, I'd imagine. You know what? Eldegoss can have an Oranberry as a treat. It can. I'm trying to think if there's like some item I could give it that makes the line safer or more consistent, but there's kind of not. Eldegoss just comes in on a move that hopefully doesn't crit kill it. And it's kind of useless beyond that. I also don't want to give it the emotional support mins. I think we just don't give Eldegoss anything, which feels really bad, but... Alright, Deirdre. Fly us to Lily Cove. I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, I don't. I don't want to do this, no, I don't want to do this. Don't ask what I'm singing, because I don't really know. Also got to pre-damage the turtle to 147. Tools, scripting. Pre-damage. Slot 3 to 247. All right. I don't like that the first fight we're coming back to after our hiatus is like kind of scary. But hey, what else are you gonna do? Repellent is deactivated. Repellent is activated. Ooh, boy. This section of the game's just brutal. That's what we've been saying for the past... I never went to the end of Magma Hideout. That's right, I never got Houndumite. That's really funny. There's no, like, risk or anything in there, Hannah. There's not secretly a fight I need to worry about, right? Me finding any excuse to delay the inevitable. Yes, we just confirmed that our max repel is on. Just in case I'm going to move Havara to the front of the team, in case something horrible happens. Nope, you're good. Only if the pull of Magma Room tempts you too much. It does not. It does not tempt me too much. I don't have a team. Oh shit, everyone's gone. They've all left. Back in time to see the fight. Funny thing about that, Pyo, realized I never actually went to the end of Magma Hideout to get the item that, like, or to, like, have the cutscene that opens that chunk of Aqua Hideout, so I have to run through here real quick. It's fine. Literally, there are no trainers here. There are no issues. We just gotta run. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay. Hashtag book it moment. So first things first, Houndumite. Or Houndumanite. I also think there's a cutscene in Slateport. Might be misremembering, but I think so. Gotcha. Is that all I had to do? Did I just have to walk through that specific chunk of map and, like, walk back out the front? Or is it just that I missed the cutscene in Slateport and that's what I was supposed to do? I had to take a shower so I could be clean and prepared for girl juice. Ooh, I see. Hashtag freshly squeezed girls. Okay, I actually don't like how that sounds. I regret saying that. Okay, and now we fly to Lily Cove. Is there a cutscene here? Me after a good hug. Freshly squeezed girl. Okay, you've made it cute again, Turtle. Thank you. Don't go to the cave. Oh. Huh. I just never got that. Oh, cutscene in Slateport. Yeah, you're probably right. Because they're stealing the sub. I probably didn't need to go to Magma Hideout then. I mean, it's still good to get the Houndumite, but... Houndumanite. We intend to move ahead with the expedition. Two Mega Stones, which are never a bad thing. That's true. And there's a non-zero chance we get a Heracross soon, if we can clear this hideout. And also Tate and Liza, actually. I do think that that location isn't until after TNL. Pretty sure this is not the set of trainers I'm worried about, but I'm still saving. Thanks for getting me on that, Hannah. I would not have remembered to go to Slateport. I love that the theme's still banging. Why does bro say where he's going? Is he stupid? No, I think he's just trying to bait you into fighting him on his turf. Like, better for you to fight him where he expects you to fight him than for you to surprise him somewhere else, right? Matt is maybe a tiny bit stupid. Chat, am I crazy for saying that Maxie strikes me as a chaser? Like, I don't know. Courtney, I feel like... Sorry, did I say... I meant to say Maxie. I definitely meant to say Maxie. I don't know. Courtney just seems like super duper, like specifically Oraz Courtney, seems super duper Omega T-Girl coded. And I just get the impression that Magma Admin Maxie is a chaser from that. I can see it, yeah. like he's the Reddit mod and she's his Discord kitten. Trans-affirming radical climate activist. All right, not a lot I can do to delay the inevitable. Final vibe check. Lucario, Chesto Berry, Duchess, Life Orb, Turtle, Citrus Berry, Deirdre, Citrus Berry, Havara, Never Melt Ice, Pari, nothing. 247. Not gonna lie, never interacted with a chaser, so I only know the concept of that type of person in the abstract. To my knowledge, I've never encountered a chaser. Alright. Persian's a pain in the dick. Is it gonna click hip... Words are hard. Is it gonna click Hypnosis or is it gonna click Play Rough? I think we would prefer it click Hypnosis. Either way, we're gonna kill it with Aura Sphere. Hypnoigus. Which does, in fact, mean the float cell line would have been perfectly safe. What are you gonna do? Next up should be Grapple Locked, seeing a kill on us with Revenge. Do you preserve the option to do the other line? I mean, like, technically, but Lucario hasn't been pre-damaged, so we can't guarantee no agility on Kingler. We could do, like, a really annoying line where we cycle Lucario around to try to, like, take multiple Stone Edges on Bangoro, but I don't think that's sustainable. We are going to swap to Duchess. It always sees a kill with Revenge, so it never goes for Whirlpool. Intimidate drops its attack. Neat. We would prefer it not crit. The more HP Duchess has, the better. Nice. Okay, and she's gonna lose a little more clicking Play Rough because of her Life Orb. But we barely outspeed. This thing just has an Assault Vest and Technician. Crit mattered. In comes Pangoro, who sees a kill with Gunk Shot and only Gunk Shot. So we are going to swap back to Lucario, who blanks it. And now it can only go for close combat. We are going to swap to Turtle. Turtle is barely strong enough to do what we need her to do right now. Send in the Turtle. Any roll of close combat will proc Citrus Berry. So that was roll number 1, defense down by 1, special defense down by 1. We are going to click Synthesis. Quick Claw procced. Doesn't matter, it's already faster than us. -2. -2. I think we went up in HP. It is possible. We are going to click Synthesis again. That was a high roll. It is now at -3, -3. We need to get it to -4, -4, so that way Dragonite can kill it at -5, -5. I just heard the Twitch jingle. Thank you very much for the follow. Physiohawk, I think is how that's supposed to be read. I shouldn't fiddle with shit right now. So we are currently at -3, -3. We are going to click Synthesis. Worth noting, close combat is top slot on Pangoro, so it has 8 PP instead of 5. -4, -4. Okay. The next hit will put it in range to get 1 hit KO'd by extreme speed on Dragonite. We are going to swap Turtle to Dragonite on a close combat. Takes 33% without crit, caps out at 49% with crit. We would obviously prefer to not be crit. The more HP we have on Dragonite, the better. Swap to Deirdre. CC number 5. Ooh, okay. I think it's not that big a deal. Either way, we come in, and its defense is now so low that we're able to ignore Quick Claw and kill with extreme speed. Does 106 to 125%. Now then, we show a fast kill to Floatzel with Ice Punch. This is the scary part of the fight. It wants to click Ice Punch. We're gonna let it. Nice thing about Wall Rain is because it's an ice type, it can't be frozen. Takes about 3.7 to 4.4% from Ice Punch. Nice. We're going to click Freeze Dry. We want to see... It's going to go for odds are likely crunch, it could be liquidation. The main thing we want to see is if we just kill it immediately. Or as long as we don't kill it immediately, as long as it doesn't drop our defenses. Like, we have to get some pretty bad RNG to be scared of Kingler, but it should be alright. One for crunch, does 15 to 18%. Defense drop. Thank you. Killed immediately. Okay, I think we're fine. X Scissor sees a max roll of 147, so it is always Rock Slide. Now we just need to dodge a crit max roll. Even if we fail, we don't wipe. But that was the scariest piece of RNG of this fight. Because yeah, defense -1. It's faster than us, so it doesn't go for agility. We are going to swap Havara to Pari. We just need to see no crit max roll. Okay, we're safe. Because of that speed drop, we're now faster than it. We one-hit KO with Leaf Storm. Nice. And now for the end of the line, in comes Bouffalant. It sees a kill with Head Charge, so it's never going to click Work Up. We are going to swap Pari back to Talon. Bulkaria wins the day again. And in the most satisfying chunk of the entire fight, we simply click Close Combat. It has Sap Sipper and a Water Gem, and it's slower than us. It has no priority moves. Thank you for the strawberries, wife. I don't know if I actually said that. Okay, cool. Chat, can we get some thank you mods? 1 down. 7 to go. Not counting Matt. Ugh. That fight sucked. Like, none of those Pokemon are that scary, but there's 6 of them, and it's really hard to find good roll compression. Thank you, Hannah, for spotting Granbull being able to beat Grapple Locked and bring in Pangoro third. We really needed that. Seeing Havara get that defense drop had me pissing and crying. Because the plan was, I was probably going to swap to Dragonite and then back to Havara to reset the defense drop. Because I don't think critical hit crunch plus defense drop would show a bait to any move that wasn't Ice Punch still because of Citrus Berry. But we didn't need it. And thank God for that. Can I use Escape Rope? No. Absolutely, Havara clutched up, thank goodness. Yeah, no, especially because, like, I definitely did not want to lose Walrein because it's, like, the Pokemon I was planning on using to... Hold on a second. Is the Water and Aqua hideout really completely devoid of Pokemon? That's so fucked up that I can't get an encounter in this patch of water. Yeah, but Havara is going to be, like, our best friend for trying to catch in Hellroom after we get our next level cap bump. So this next fight's really annoying. Only thing in there is exploding electrodes. Probably take those items off. Hey, Newt! Welcome to stream. How you doing, bud? Just beat our first fight in Aqua Hideout. So we're doing okay enough. How does Oraz? Hold on, that's Route 110, 111. Ah. I kind of like Victory Road. Speaking of beware the 4 Pokeballs on the ground, you're not sure what it is. I believe that's, what is what? I believe that's accessible now. Noted. Yeah. We don't get any encounter in Aqua Hideout chat because we obviously have Hisuian Electrode. It's the trade-off to taking Voltorb early, but also the trade-off for getting Voltorb early is you get to use Voltorb, who's really fucking good. Should actually ask Dexcord something really quick. Because I know that at least one of those electrodes is a mandatory encounter. Taking the electrode also just sucks. It's not a guaranteed catch, unlike Voltorb. Because is using Fluffy Tail to run from Aqua Hideout Electrodes list disqualifying? I should probably also at Faulty for that. Yeah, so maybe it just booms and you get nothing. That being said, what is the catch rate on Hisuian Electrode? Because I think most of the... might just use regular Electrode. Electrode Hisui catch rate is 60. Okay, yeah, so it's probably base Electrodes. Oh, it doesn't. Base Electrode doesn't have a catch rate because it's not in the game. Because I've noticed that a lot of the Hisuimons have really high catch rates, and that's like to reflect the boosted catch rates that are in the Legends games. Like I think catching Overquill is like 140, which is guaranteed in a quick ball. Although I suppose I have a plus speed Electrode. I could probably just use that to run from the other Electrodes, right? Just something I need to consider. Either way, next fight. I haven't done too much looking at this one. The main demon on this team is superior, because it has Contrary and Bright Powder. Fuck me, right? There's a lot of things that maybe answer it, but none of them are great, because it's so fucking fast. And it doesn't need to be this fast, but it is. Because it's like, I could maybe set up Perish on it, but how long could I survive? I could maybe set up Toxic on it. That takes even longer to survive on. It's just not good. Before watching you, I never realized how cool the flutes are in Pokemon musics. I'm glad I've given you an appreciation. God knows Gen 4's, or Gen 3's OST is chock full of wind instruments. Okay. So, first things first. Kecleon, Cryogonal. We have to get rid of Drain Punch, sadly. We've literally never clicked it, so that's fine. Because they open with Focus Band, Cryogonal with Light Screen and Reflect. Pain in my ass. There's a little bit of risk. We kind of have to chance getting double frozen, but it shouldn't be an issue. The main idea is turn 1, knock off the Focus Band, turn 2, Brick Break through the screens. The nice thing is that we always bait in Hariyama second. But we don't consistently bait. Oh, hold on, if we're fighting type. I mean, we're least likely to bait Rock Slide. It's really awkward. We could potentially incorporate a Pokemon to get Dragonite in on CC. This thing has Sheer Force and a Life Orb, but I don't believe Sheer Force stops the close combat defense drop, which is nice. But yeah. Kecleon into Cryogonal is just really inconsistent because we can't give it a special attacking move without getting rid of Sucker Punch, Knock Off, or Fake Out. And we can't do that. Would pre-toxic Zoom Lens Turtonator work for Serp, or does it take too much damage? Sadly, Turtonator can safely swap in on Leaf Storm, but then if it swaps it on Leaf Storm, uh-oh. And if it swaps it on Dragon Pulse, it just dies to a second Dragon Pulse. Because, yeah, it does kill with overheat. Currently, it's looking like our best tool for fighting it is Zoom Lens Roserade. But even that's still kind of a... Also worth noting, it's faster than us, so we have to pre-burn Roserade to avoid glare. It's just all in all really awkward. God, if I could just make sure the Dragonite doesn't come in on Rock Slide. It's the only thing. 70. Okay, maybe also... Yeah, we kind of need to come in on CC. Unless we want to bait Dragon Pulse, but... we kind of don't. So, Kecleon beats Cryogonal. I don't believe anything gets changed by us becoming a Dark type. Nope. And we become a Fighting type at the end of the turn, functionally. Doesn't affect our damage ranges either way. We get scared if we get hit by 2 Ice Beams, but the nice thing is if we get hit by Ice Beam, we at least get off 1 knockoff, so we can, in theory, bring in something else to kill Cryogonal. It's just dubious as to whether or not we're able to... God, why is it so fast? Why does Cryogonal have a speed of 105? What the fuck? That's insane. Okay. Maybe that's less safe. Yeah, this thing's fucking crazy. Thankfully, I think the odds of Kecleon dying are virtually 0. Odds of clicking Light Screen are like 50%. Odds of clicking Reflect are like 13%. We're only in danger if we get, like, crit twice, and... It's a whole thing, right? Because, like... Okay, if turn 1 if it hits us with Ice Beam turn 1... Yeah, I don't know. Do I have a thing that can secure a kill? Because, okay, at the very least, I'm hitting it with knockoff. The only world where we die without killing it is if we get, like, crit by Ice Beam twice. But we always at least get off 1 knockoff, and if it doesn't go for a Reflect, that knockoff always does at least 55%. So we would ideally just need Greninja. Okay, yeah. Greninja can secure the KO if we need it. Because Kecleon, yeah. Okay. We'll see if we have a flex slot for Greninja. So we bring in Kakarina Romano, get Brick Break. Brick Break does 86.4. So even if Reflect comes up and then Knockoff gets reduced reduced damage. You might note we're level 79. We want to be that. So let's see. 27 plus 86. Yeah, easy. So first thing in the notes. Teach. Keckle. B break. Okay. We always bait in Hariyama second, which is good and also bad. Because, like, if we're a fighting type, like, odds are we're going to take at least 1 Ice Beam. Do I have any other options for knockoff Brick Break? I do wonder if Electros is maybe better for this. By virtue of having a special attacking move and a... Oh no, to get Brick Break we would have to get rid of our special move. So we'd have the same problem. Shit. We could maybe do it with Caracosta, but... No, we wouldn't, because our flex slot would become Brick Break. Fuck me. It's like, do I have anyone that just does good damage with Brick Break and, like, bulks this thing really well and can just keep clicking it? Because there is an upside to all of my guys being slower than Cryogonal, which is that, like, we always click Brick Break. Wait, did I tell you I failed my first shiny yesterday too after you fell asleep? One of those annoying overworld Pidgey started flying away before I even saw the sparkles. You did not tell me that, babe. Chat, she got a shiny Stunfisk yesterday. Rapid Spin doesn't clear screens, right? It's Defog that does that. Ends the effect of Leech Seed and Binding moves for the user. All hazards are removed from the user side of the field. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so Kecleon's the answer. In comes Hariyama. There's kind of nothing that bulks all of this thing's moves well. Except for Torterra. Torterra actually does exactly what we want. If we give it a Citrus Berry, it comes in on close combat, and then always rebates close combat. Doesn't matter if it gets poison jabbed. Okay. Swap to Tort, swap to Dragonite. Drag comes in on a CC. Defense gets dropped. Dual Wing Beat kills. Because I am correct about that, right, Hannah? Sheer Force doesn't prevent close combat stat drops. I think I saw that in when looking at P-Chow's lines for study. Cool. In comes Electros. Dragonite shows fast 2-hit KO with Draco Meteor. Well, hold on. First confirming. If we're taking CC, we never show a kill to Dragon Pulse, and we show a kill with Dual Wing Beat, so it's never superior. It would take a lot for Alomomola to see that it does more damage to us than we do to it. An amount of damage that would instead just bring in superior. So it would always go to Electros, I believe. Or would it go to Alomomola, actually, because we outdamage both? Generally, Sheer Force removes positive secondary effects like freeze or stat drops rather than things that affect the user. That's what I thought. I know that Sheer Force has a lot of weird unintended shit. Okay. So, assuming we take high roll close combat is 60%. Okay, let's assume we take low roll close combat, actually. So, 245 minus 82. Drops us to 163. Oh, that's really funny. Oh, I'd like to fight this thing with Torterra, but I can't. Because was my plan to fight this thing with Torterra? I don't think so. No, because it can boost. Nice thing is that Dragonite only ever baits Wild Charge. I'm pretty sure. So, 163. Wild Charge does 111. So what's 111 divided by 163 is 68.0. Yeah. So once we take close combat, Electros will see that it does more to us than we do to it. And we'll come in next. Yeah. It won't be superior just for being faster. Okay, so it's Electros. I know that I looked at... Oh yeah, it was probably just Garchomp. Was it Mega Garchomp? No, it might not have been Garchomp. I mean, it is really good into it with Dual Chop. Aqua Tail, knockoff, like Garchomp Bite makes us immune to knockoff. We're swapping into Wild Charge, so we take no damage. We don't get Rough Skin proc, sadly, but... Yeah, I think Garchomp can just kind of come in and click Dual Chop. It stops it from clicking Coil because we fast 2-hit KO. I think that's pretty solid. Annoyingly, then comes Superior. I imagine we probably don't need to keep Garchomp underleveled. So let's get this to 81. Yeah, it's got leftovers, but I think Dual Chop barely 2-hit KOs through leftovers. And Aqua Tail is just a high crit move. Okay. Hariyama's down, this guy's down. Probably not going to be a Lomomola. Yeah, no, it would never be a Lomomola. It would always be Superior because we don't show it a kill. So this is a line that's currently using 4 Pokemon. So how do we deal with Superior? Is the question. Oh no. Did I consider Electros with Mega Altaria? That's what it was. I had considered beating it with Mega Altaria, but we take too much on Wild Charge on the swap. And can Wild Charge paralyze? Nope. Might be able to make it because of pre... That's kind of fine, though. Because we hit it before it coils. We're still only taking 1 hit at 50% increased power rather than 2 hits at full power. Yeah. Just like really fine. Because yeah, if we swap in, it won't coil on the swap to Garchomp, which is the important one. It'll just blank a Wild Charge into us. Once we Mega, we hit it before it coils, so we do a minimum of 66 times 2. And then defense +1. Yeah, we do 36.4. We get it in 3 turns instead of 2. So normally we would get hit after the first one, and that would be it. So this time it would be get hit after the first one. Wait, no. So, swap blank. Dual Chop, coil. Dual Chop, attack. Dual Chop, yeah. Okay, so we might take like 50% more from Aqua Tail, maybe. Our worst case scenario is losing 30% to Aqua Tail, which is fine. Because Dual Chop still does so much after Mega. And we run into the same problem of Superior with Dragon Pulse and Leech Seed and Glare. I really hate to say that our best bet is to just swap to Roserade and Hope. But our best bet is kind of just to swap to Roserade and Hope. The really annoying thing is that Leaf Storm does more to Garchomp than Dragon Pulse does, which is odd. I suppose that's just the power of base damage, right? Yeah. But it's worth noting that if we don't show anything a kill, odds are pretty high that it goes for Leech Seed or Glare, and it never sees a kill on us. Hold on, let me do something. Get you out of here. 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 I'm missing 2 more. Get you out of here. And get... Who's my last sack? None of these guys. None of these guys. None of these guys. Drifblim. Remove Pokemon from trash. Because, yeah, what? Into Mega Garchomp. The odds of clicking Leaf Storm are still like 30%. I don't like that. Really weird. Well, I went to 32%. 32.7. 32.8. Weird. Unfortunately, the only thing we have that is faster than Superior, actually might include Noivern. Now that I think about it, it would be Noivern. Dragon Pulse's highest damage move. Glare is heavily incentivized. We always swap in on Aqua Tail. Draco Meteor hits for 47%. It's difficult because it's kind of hard to soften this thing up with Garchomp, right? But also, am I just bringing in Roserade and hoping to get the 2-hit KO with Sludge Bomb? Because, like, if Roserade comes in on Glare and we have Zoom Lens and we're pre-burned, I think we're fine. I think Leaf Storm into Leaf Storm won't kill us. There's a chance we 1-hit KO with Sludge Bomb. Like, Roserade's not ideal, but it's pretty good. And even then... we always get off at least one Sludge Bomb. And at that point, I almost think we give... I think our backup plan, if things go wrong with Roserade, is to, since we don't need to give Dragonite a damage-boosting item, we give Dragonite Wide Lens. So once it comes back in off of like sacking something, it can E-speed to likely pick up the KO. There's only a 1% chance it doesn't. I think that's pretty good. Because, yeah, it's like... okay. Noivern. Faster than Superior. Oh, I think it's never Leaf Storm. Because Leaf Storm having setup AI, yeah, it's literally never Leaf Storm. It's always Dragon Pulse or Glare. It's similar to the principle of when we fought Arbok, stopping it from setting up Coil. Because if Leaf Storm isn't the highest damaging move, that means that words are really hard, and I don't know how to say them. Also worth noting, actually, Garchomp can do big damage with Dual Chop and then do little damage with Iron Head just to chip it into the range that Noivern can come in and kill with Draco. But yeah, like, Leaf Storm doesn't have +6 or +8 because of Contrary. It just has a flat +6 if it's not highest damaging move. Which means that if we are faster than Superior, the lowest priority possible for Glare is +7, so it's never Leaf Storm. It's always either Glare or Dragon Pulse. That is an incredibly good catch, Anna. And actually, you know who else is faster than Superior now that I think about it? Greninja. Though Greninja only ever shows a kill, or immediately shows kill to Leaf Storm, that's bad. Yeah, okay. Because, like, 53.4 is min for turn 1. The alternative could be to give Garchomp a Citrus Berry instead of Garchompite. Dual Chop into, another move. We could also, in theory, try to fight it with our own Electros. Or, let's see... There's also Electrode, but Electrode shows highest damage to Leaf Storm, so... not great. Because, yeah. Is there anything faster than Superior? 81 that isn't already that. Not Rapidash. Definitely not Altaria, not Excadrill, not Roserade. Roserade's already level 81. Not Flygon. There is also, in theory, a world where I try to set up Electros to get KO'd by someone with a pivoting move. But I don't think that's super great. The other nice thing, also, about killing Superior with Roserade is that in comes Alomomola, and Roserade just instantly, like, one-hit KOs it. No issue at all. If we would die to burn damage, no we don't because the fight ends. Really nice little added benefit at the end. So Roserade is able to chain kill, so we are allowed to waste an extra team slot for whatever we're doing here. Oh, wait a second. This is Noivern with fucking Wide Lens. Get a Life Orb. 59%? Okay, yeah, that's easy. I think Dual Chop into Draco literally always does it. And we're always swapping into Aqua Tail because Knockoff is never highest damage. And it can't click Wild Charge. Okay. Swap to Chomp. Go Mega. It doesn't matter if it coils because Draco Meteor is a special attack. Superior. The other nice thing is if we're killing it with Draco Meteor, special attack -2, Superior does more damage to us than we do to it. So it always comes in. Hold on. Functionally. It's dubious, actually. But the nice thing is that I'm pretty sure we don't show it a kill, so I think Superior still always comes in before Alomomola. Even though we're faster than it, I don't think it matters if we take a hit from the eel, because at this point it shows outspeed, outdamage Superior, outspeed, outdamage Alomomola, but we don't show a kill to Superior, so it's just Superior. Because there's no way that Alomomola could show that it outdamages us in a way that Superior does not. So, 81, export, import. I'm really proud of this one, gamers. I'm kind of shocked that this one worked out as well as it did. Yeah, because critical hit dual chop, double chop never kills. After 2 ticks of leftovers, definitely doesn't heal 14%. It comes close, it heals 12. Because, yeah, it would be dual chop turn gets leftovers, swap to Noivern gets leftovers, dies. Because also, I think Aquatail can miss, which is why Noivern doesn't necessarily outdamage. Yeah, 95 accuracy. But it shouldn't matter. We could also theoretically pre-damage slightly. +1 Aquatail crit into Noivern is fine. I have to imagine it does 17.6%. Though I also need to account, not special attack, what am I doing? Yeah, 39% plus the 10% we lose to Life Orb. So 243 minus 95 drops us to 148. We lose 24 HP to the Lorb, goes down to 124. Definitely not Leaf Storm. Definitely also not Dragon Pulse. It's like a 15% chance for Dragon Pulse. Highest odds are Glare. And like if Roserade swaps in on Glare, we instantly win. Roserade would need to get crit a lot. I don't even think... Hold on. Okay, let's assume, because it's never Leaf Storm, so let's assume Roserade swaps in on critical hit Dragon Pulse. 57 damage. So 191 minus 57 drops us to 134. On this turn, we click Sludge Bomb. Yeah, no, I think we always live 3 crit Dragon Pulses, and we always, like, the worst case scenario is Roserade needs 3 turns. And I think crit Dragon Pulse into crit Leaf Storm into crit Dragon Pulse could maybe be scary. Hold on. Okay, so let's see. Crit Dragon Pulse, 57. Into crit Leaf Storm is 31. And then +2 special attack. Okay, some ranges of crit Dragon Pulse into crit Leaf Storm into crit Dragon Pulse kill us. We are at 103 HP, so it's literally only half of the rolls of the worst case scenario. I like those odds well enough. And if we swap in on Glare, we instantly win. Well, instantly win. And also, if we just kill it the first turn with Sludge Bomb, note that even if we fail to kill it, if we happen to poison it, which has a 30% chance, it just dies. So, lots of good stuff here. Oh, Roserade, how I love you. Shit, yeah, so I think that's the line. I didn't account for burn. That's what I forgot to account for. Okay. Slightly less free. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Annoyingly, there are no Pokemon I would be okay sacking out of this bunch. I suppose Kecleon's probably the most. Burn creates a small amount more risk, but seriously, you're playing around like triple crit. That's true. And again, if it's immediately Glare, which it's an 85% chance to be, we instantly win. April, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there's Skull reacting you in Dex Cord for the Fluffy Tail question. That's fine. I just wanted to know for future reference. I'm pretty okay with this. I think my one worry... Oh, wait, no. Noivern with Life Orb Draco Meteor does, in fact, outspeed and kill Cryogonal in the world where... Oops, Kecleon moment. Though we do need to consider, it does outspeed everything, so it would just send in the first thing that kills it, which is Hariyama. Cool. Okay. Just had to double check that if we live in Hell World where Kecleon fails to kill Cryogonal, it always does 55% in the worst case scenario, because it wouldn't set up light screen, it would just click Ice Beam. That into 46%. A-okay. Okay. I think this is pretty good. I want to double check the Garchomp damage into Electros. I do believe it needs Life Orb to guarantee be able to kill around Electros leftovers. Because it gets 2 turns of leftovers instead of 1. So Dual Chop is 53%, Draco Meteor is 61%. The numbers be numbing just a little too awkwardly. Yeah, and my main concern is like, okay, how do we kill a Lomomola at the end? Honestly, Torterra can probably beat it, which is funny, with Giga Drain. Yeah, okay, we're fine. Literally, Synthesis, Giga Drain. Okay. I just want to make sure that we have an answer to this thing in case something goes wrong with Roserade. Worth noting, we might not even need to use Torterra, depending on how much damage Kecleon takes fighting Cryogonal. Because, like, if Kecleon baits in Hariyama at full HP, it's close combat, we just go straight to Dragonite. Okay. Well, shit. I think we have the line. I was really fucking nervous about this one. I'm pretty glad that we have something cool here. Thank you once again, Chaucer the Noivern. So, first things first. Level up all Pokemon but Keckle to 81. Which I think is just Noivern and Garchomp. Teach Kecleon Brick Break. Be bred. Wait, what? Ooh! Oh no! Brick Break. Okay. Abusing Glare. Abusing Glare is so fun. I really appreciate that you can kind of... You can use their status moves against them. Okay, I think that's the only major thing. Equip Keckle with Kecleon. Oh, right, Asperberry. Equip Tort with Citrus Berry. Equip Drag with Wide Lens. Equip Gark with... Not Grack. With Garchompite. Equip Noive with Life Orb. Equip Rose with Zoom Lens. It is really funny how you kind of actually get saved in a weird way by Serperior being stupidly fast. Okay. Open with Keckle. Use K off. KO with B break. Swap to Hari. Swap to Tort. Swap to Drag. OHKO with D Wing Beat. Swap to Ely. Swap to Gark. Mega Evo and D Chop. Swap to Noive. KO with D Meteor. Swap to... Oh, that's right. Got a pre-burn. Pre-burn Rose. Swap to Serp. Swap to Rose. 1 to 2 hit KO with S-Bomb. Swap to Alome. OHKO with Lustorm. I do need to double check the numbers on Electros really quick. Garchomp does, so it does 247 minus 66 minus 66, and then 247 divided by 16 for leftovers is 15, so plus 15 at end of turn, plus 15 on swap is 145. Draco Meteor does 153. Does Dragon Fang also do it? 144 is the lowest roll. So we would need to get 3 min rolls in a row for this to not work. I think I'd prefer to just take the Life Orb on Noivern. Because I think even if Noivern loses or takes crit Aqua Tail and 2 things, or like +1 attack crit Aqua Tail and 2 ticks of Life Orb Chip, it still doesn't bait Leaf Storm. Confirming 243 minus 24 twice minus 95 brings it to 100. Yeah, I think Leaf Storm doesn't do 100 damage, which is nice. It would put us into a range where we're like showing kill to Dragon Pulse half the time, but a lot of shit needs to go wrong for us to wind up here. Okay. I think this is pretty good. That being said, I need to pee, so I will be right back. I return. Yeah, no, I think that's the line. I hate how hope for the best it is. But like it is kind of a hope for the best, right? Because checking Silcalc, Kecleon at level, it doesn't matter what level. 33% chance for Ice Beam, 13% chance for Light Screen, 53% chance for Reflect. Okay. Extreme fiction for everything to go wrong. I was gonna say. We've got a lot going for us. Okay. I guess let's get the team prepped. We have guys who can fly, so we can just grab everyone now. Squad is naked. Also, chat, I think I have to accept that I think I might just permanently be a Nuzlocke streamer now. Which is funny. Because, like, you know, I can't deny that most of my attempts to stream things that have not been run and bun lately, and this isn't me, like, being like, woe was me or anything, they simply don't perform with the, like, gusto that run and bun does. Like, run and bun consistently brings in, like, 8+ viewers per stream. It has been really good for this channel. And I think I kind of just have to accept the fact that my days as a variety streamer might be kind of numbered. Not like a bad way. I'm glad that I've found a niche that I seem to be kind of thriving in, but like, it's just weird to think about. I should probably make sure we don't have any loose items hanging around. God knows I definitely enjoyed doing this shit. Also, I might be able to pivot to more general, like, Pokemon adjacent content. I actually really want to see, because I have a my original copy of Emerald, and I have a, what's it called? This fucking thing. An Analog Pocket. Thank you, Mintmod. This is my Christmas gift last year. And they have, like docks that hook up directly to computers for, like, streaming, and I think it would be really fun to try to beat the Battle Frontier on my original hardware, and then maybe try to get, like, a Gen 3 living dex. I don't know if that's necessarily what the people are here for, but I think it could be a fun time. So I'm saving the game before we do our level ups, because we want to keep Freaking It at as low of a level as possible. Especially here, we don't want to level up Freaking It, because, like, if Freaking It gets, what's the word I'm looking for? If Freaking It levels up a single time, there's a chance it can one-hit KO Cryogonal with a crit. Which is funny, but bad. Because if it sets up Reflect turn 1, we're kind of... Are we actually in a situation? Hold on. Reflect the turn it's set up. And then we'd kill... Swap to Torterra, swap to Dragonite, swap to Garchomp. Oh, hold on, wait. Sorry, so turn it set up, swap to Torterra, swap to... No, that's right, because if it sets up Reflect, we can also kill through Crit Reflect. That's the main thing, because I'm like, hold on, because I don't think it matters if it sets up Reflect, and then, like, we aren't clicking a special attack until the last, like, chunk of this fight. But no, it would matter. So get Varley up to 81. Get Chaucer up to 81. And Rose was already at 80. Was already at 81. I don't know why that felt really weird in my mouth. We want an Asperberry on Freaking It. Turtle only needs a citrus because poison jab, poison is never an issue. Yeah, we always bait CC. God, I appreciate Torterra. Torterra's done so much. Also, looks like ads are coming up. I might just auto-play them right now while we're doing our setup phase. I want to try to be more cognizant of, like, trying to run ads at good times. Where's the... Huh, it won't let me. You recently ran an ad. I must wait for another. Never mind. I don't think it lets me run them early. I think I have it set on too tight of a schedule, which is funny. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, no, like just a regular old playthrough of Emerald, no nuzlocke stress, and just like try to get a copy of Emerald that has like, because I have Coliseum, I have XD, I have a GameCube to play them on, and I can hook them up to my capture card and all that. The only things I would really need to get is I'd probably need to hunt down a cartridge of Fire Red and Leaf Green, and like the Jirachi bonus disc, which is by no means a cheap thing to do, but okay. So Turtle gets Citrus. Deidre gets the In Case of Emergency Wide Lens. Because yeah, we never show Superior a kill, or we never, yeah, it never sees that it kills us. We always show that we kill it. I got my childhood copy of Emerald, but the battery is long dead, so I can't do any barrier time event things. I could try to replace the battery in mine. Could be kind of neat. Because, yeah, no, not being able to have access to berries is so sad. I'd love to do contests. I actually really liked contests as a kid. Okay, but Hannah, I do need to confirm, right? I'm not insane. Critical hit, close combat. Oh, wait. It does a max of 60%? Yeah. We're only ever taking the one close combat. We go from 245 minus 147. Drops us to 98. Dragon Pulse is 94. So because we show a kill to Superior with dual wing beat, it's never Superior, right? Because I also checked, and the lowest roll on close combat, 182. I think I did this math off stream. So let's assume we have 245. 245 minus 82 brings us to 163. Is the lowest possible roll. And on Electros, the highest roll of Wild Charge is 111. So 111 divided by 163 is 68.9%, which is more than Draco Meteor. So Electros sees a slow out damage. So it should be Electros in after Hariyama, right? Because we show Superior a kill, and we show Electros out damaging. Yep, should be the case. Cool. And assuming we take the most possible damage, I do need to confirm. 147, so 245 minus 147 is 98. Scald goes 22. Divided by 98. It's only 22%. Okay, it's never a low Momola. You showing the KO isn't really the thing that matters because you're slower. It's just that you're out damaging Superior, technically. Well, that's what I mean. Being able to KO means that we always out damage Superior. You know? Where, like, if we're at 100%, it doesn't matter that we're at 1 HP. We still do more damage. Well, okay, it does. As long as we are above Dragon Pulse, we show 100% to it. It doesn't show 100% to us. So I guess I'm just saying that, like, showing KO is shorthand for we always outdamage as long as it doesn't see kill. Cool. Okay. Yeah. What the fuck was I doing? Also, contests are so fun. My hero was Barbuch for the cute contest. Well, to be fair, absolutely precious creature. So I'm just considering this so that way we can give Dragonite the wide lens as our backup in case something goes horribly wrong with Superior. Wide lens, cool. Varley gets Garchompite. So glad that Mega Varley's been getting a lot more use. It is genuinely so nice to just be able to say we do Life Orb damage without needing to take the recoil of Life Orb. It functionally is just a free extra Life Orb only for Garchomp. Speaking of Life Orb, Chaucer, you are the orb holder. Was just confirming, Garchomp never shows Electros knockoff. Aquatail does 18% min roll, knockoff does 15% max roll. And then Rose gets the all-important Zoom lens. And we hope for the best. Okay. We do need to go teach Kecleon Brick Break. My Barboach rest snore comboed all the way to a Master Contest victory. Let's go, Barboach. Maybe I'll catch a Boach in your honor. Ugh. 1 second, gotta pop my foot. Ooh! Oh! Okay. Also, chat, how are we feeling? I've asked a couple of times. I just want to keep getting some vibes. How are we liking the adjusted camera angle and, like, kind of the new lighting setup? Brick Break. Too freaking it. Farewell, Drain Punch. You were cool in theory. TBH, I can't tell that much of a difference angle-wise. It's a little more, my camera's now a little to the left of the center of my monitor. Before, it was probably like 3/4 of the way to the right of my monitor. I'm still technically looking left a little bit when, like, looking at the Run and Bun game window. Like, a little to the left, a little center. It's kind of hard to tell because if I look at it, I can't see myself, so I don't know quite where I'm at. Although I suppose I could just... Okay, no, that works. I'm clicking print screen. Yeah, it looks like I'm looking at it for the most part. But I'm still, like, also, when I'm looking at this monitor for the calc thing, it's still, you know, I'm looking at the game window, more or less. Alright, freaking it. Brick Break goes to the bottom of the move list. Okay, I'm gonna do some adjustments here. Knock off. Have to get these in the right order so that way I don't trip myself up. Knock off, Sucker Punch, Brick Break. How to start when all the moves are technically stab. Okay. Now we need to give you an Asperberry, because I need to also adjust these in the calculator. Torterra, you get Citrus Berry. Dragonite, you get Wide Lens. Dragonite feeling wide right now. Already have Garchompites. Already have Life Orb. Zoom Lens. Okay. And then we just got a pre-burn Rose, which we can do in Lily Cove. Apply status. Burn. Roserade. Alright. This should be cool. This should be really, really cool. And not suck. I really hope it doesn't suck. Okay. Yep, don't need to pre-damage. Asper, Citrus, Wide, Garchomp, Life Orb, Lens. Nice thing is I don't think any roll of crit Ice Beam into Kecleon, 59%, 39%. So the nice thing is even if we get hit by crit Ice Beam, we don't then immediately show Cryogonal another kill with Ice Beam. We would in fact need to get crit twice in order to get KO'd by it, which is very helpful. So got a lot of good luck on our side. Not infinite good luck, but enough. I doubt I'm gonna get jump scared, but just in case. Asper, Citrus, Wide, Garchomp, Life Orbs. All 81 except for freaking it to 79. People who know this game better than I do. Where do I go? Fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna start pulling up the maps, but if someone wants to let me know where to go first. I need to go and drive. That's right. Okay. Runandbun maps. All maps. Aqua. Okay, so that's floor 1 of Aqua Hideout. Ooh. What? Wait, why does it say they're all 82? Wait, what? That's not helpful! You're not going to run into anything you're not ready for as long as you don't interact with Pokeballs in the one room, though this place does kind of like to jump scare you with trainer placements, TBH. Gotcha. Okay. Me first is funny. Okay. We saved the game because this thing's really poorly marked. All of the teleporters are just labeled as 82. We're gonna try left. Okay, I believe the right ball is the heart scale, but I don't need it right now, so I'm not gonna fuck with it. Okay, and I do believe... I don't think I can accidentally turn this into a double battle, but yeah, you could very easily get jump scared. Be really funny if this game secretly had 6v12 programmed into it just for this situation to fuck with you. Okay. Freaking It has an Asper Berry, knows Brick Break. Torterra is Torterra, has a Citrus Berry. Dragonite got a Wide Lens, and has Extreme Speed and Dueling Beat. Garchomp has Garchompite, has Dual Chop. Chaucer has Life Orb, has Draco Meteor. Roserade has Zoom Lens, has Sludge Bomb, has Leaf Storm. This is a little scary. I think it's probably safer than the last fight we did, but... Alright. I'm confident. I believe in my team. First in comes Cryogonal. First in comes Freaking It. Okay, we really want to see this thing click Reflect turn 1. We are only afraid if it uses Ice Beam, crits, or freezes us. And obviously if it does both, we're really scared. Okay. So the good thing is that we're not dead. We are only scared if we get frozen again. We would prefer it click Reflect. Okay. Fuck you, Cryogonal, scaring the shit out of me. Oh my god, hated that, hated that. Jesus. We aren't baiting Rock Slide on Hariyama, but we're still going to use Torterra as a pivot because I do believe we could take Thunder Punch, and obviously if Dragonite gets paralyzed, that's bad. And we need it to click Close Combat at least once. Because, like, let me check. Yeah, Poison Jab sees a kill. Thunder Punch sees a kill. Yeah, so we're using Torterra. In next is Hariyama. Hariyama has Sheer Force and a Life Orb. Thankfully, that doesn't stop. Oh, actually, I suppose we don't ever need to worry about being paralyzed or poisoned, actually, which is good. We are going to swap to Tortop, who takes 54 to 65% from close combat. And if it takes any other move, it can't be crit. Oh, holy shit, it's Squirk. Oh, that's surreal. Hi, Chief. Scared out of my fucking mind, but we're doing it. What are we tweaking it right now? I am, though. I'm tweaking it all the fucking time. Okay. Swap to Turtle. Ideally Thunder Punch. Poison Jab's fine. We can't get poisoned. Doesn't use our Citrus. We now always bait close combat. Free swap to Deirdre. CC. It's our favorite thing to do. No crit. No crit. Our favorite thing to do in this game is to swap a flying type into a thing using close combat to then outspeed it and kill it specifically because of the close combat stat drops. We dual Wing Beat. Now, if I've done my due diligence, it should be Electros. And if it's not Electros, we're fucked. I don't think we're actually fucked if it's not Electros, but it definitely gets a lot scarier. Okay. Electros. We show it fast 2-hit KO with Draco Meteor, so it never goes for Coil. It wants to click Wild Charge because it does not see a KO range with Knockoff. We are going to swap to Garchomp. Out comes the Chomp. Take charge, don't lose anything. We are going to Mega Evolve. Dual Chop does 53%. It's going to go for either Aqua Tail or Coil. I think we'd prefer Aqua Tail, but I don't think it matters. Get big. Get huge, even. And we never kill off double crit. Cool. Aqua Tail, nice. It can now never click Coil because we show fast 2-hit KO with Dual Chop. It wants to go for Aqua Tail because it can't hit us with Wild Charge, and because we're holding a Mega Stone, it doesn't see boosted damage on Knockoff, which means this is a free swap into Chaucer. Aqua Tail does a pittance. Yeah, nothing. We get to have fun. We get to have fun and click Draco Meteor. Because of our stat drops, Superior sees that it does more damage to us than we do to it. And we want to see it click Glare. I don't think it can ever click Leech Seed, which is sad, but that's fine. Okay. In comes Superior. All right, chat, the scary part of the fight. Now, the nice thing, we are faster than Superior, and its highest damaging move is Dragon Pulse. For this reason, it can never click Leaf Storm turn 1. If it clicks Glare turn 1, we win. The only way this starts to get scary is if we get hit by a critical hit Dragon Pulse. Dragon Pulse is like a 15% chance to be used. We are going to swap to Roserade. Come on, Glare. Nice! Okay. It could go for Leaf Storm or Dragon Pulse, but we got so much momentum off of that free swap, it shouldn't matter. We are slower. Sludge Bomb has about a 50% chance to kill, and Zoom Lens means we can't miss. Dragon Pulse. Nice. We're definitely safe. Do we get the one-hit KO anyways? Nah, it's fine. Poison? Damn. Yeah. Click Sludge Bomb again. I could click Toxic if I wanted to disrespect, but I'm not gonna do that. Okay. And then lastly, in comes a Lomamola who just dies to Leaf Storm. We love it. Okay. Yeah. I don't believe it outspeeds us. 118, we're 175. Chat, gotta be careful. We could take 9.4% from Scald if we didn't outspeed. Roserade's so good. I love Roserade so much, man. You know, honestly, with how much we just click Leaf Storm, I mean, I was going to say that, like, getting Natural Cure over Technician isn't that big of a downgrade, but no, I'm thinking about how many times we needed to click Magical Leaf during Magma. But, like, 31 speed, 31 special attack Roserade with Hidden Power Ice and Technician is cheating. All right, 2 down. And those 2 were really fucking annoying. I remember when we raided into Dylan, like, after we did Magma Hideout, and I'm like, I'm taking a break for a little bit, and he's like, yeah, no. Getting past Maxi and then bumping into fucking Aqua Hideout Grunt 1 is not an experience you want to have. Horrible for your mental. So really glad that we have cleared those 2 without major issue. Because we lacked a really solid answer to that Superior, and we kind of had to wing it. Okay. Let's mute that. Doubt we're gonna get in a 3rd fight tonight, but let's at least take a look. All right. Pop this open. Fuck am I doing? There we go. Oh, that's right. Omaster with Stealth Rock, Spikes, Weak Armor, and a Focus Sash. You've got a Rapid Spinning Grass type, so the world is your oyster, TBH. Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah. Eldegoss super fucking decks this Omaster. Because, yeah, like, odds of it clicking Power Gem turn 1 are pretty low. Yeah, Magical Leaf is non-physical, so it doesn't proc Weak Armor. Yeah, I was thinking about, like, trying to do, like, an Excadrill line, but you're right. Eldegoss really does just kind of instantly body this guy. Okay. I should probably pivot which screen we're on. Okay. So... Doop. Grunt number 3 opens with an Omaster. Omaster has Weak Armor, Focus Sash, Power Gem, Earth Power, Stealth Rock, Spikes. It's just annoying. It wants to set up fucking hazards, and I don't want to deal with hazards. So, what I'm thinking is... Yeah, kind of what Hannah said. It is a shame that we can't... That we're not, like, fast... Well... Yeah, it's fine. Because, like, what are the odds Omaster clicks a Hazards move turn 1 here? We're level 81, not that it matters. Yeah, there is a 0.42% chance at power gems. Scary. And worth noting, let's assume there is one layer of spikes, or it's no longer first turn out. One layer of spikes. Huh. Well, that feels bugged. Oh yeah, it's not accounting for if stealth rocks are or are not up. Interesting. I'm pretty sure its priority to use spikes goes down after it sets up the first layer of spikes. Worst case scenario, we're taking a power gem. And the nice thing is that we're definitely always going to be at +1 speed after we kill it. But yeah, this thing has weak armor, which says whenever you hit it with a physical move, its defenses both drop 1 stage and its speed drops 2 stages. Or raises 2 stages. I don't think it gets any offensive boosts. It's like a poor man's Shell Smash. Yeah, drops both of its defenses by 1 stage, raises its speed by 2. Yeah, so what we do is we click Energy Ball, or it's not Energy Ball. I shouldn't be in the Sil Calc right now. It is Magical Leaf. Thankfully, it being Magical Leaf doesn't change anything. Click Mag Leaf into a move. Odds of it clicking Superpower are really low. And I think as long as we give ourselves a Citrus Berry, we're never dead to double crit Power Gem. Because it does like 120%, and we functionally have 125%. Rad. And ideally, well, okay, we're at +1 speed. Please tell me we're just faster than the rest of the team. We're probably not, but it means we're probably, yeah, we're just always baiting in Crobat, which is cool. Because, like, boo-hoo, bait fucking Acrobatics into Arcanine. Yeah, we even get to do Zoom Lens Head Smash for funsies. Yeah, because we can never die from 2 Acrobatics, and we can never die from fucking Super Fang. I don't know. Probably never goes for Heat Wave, which is sad, but whatever. Yeah, Arcanine can just come in with Zoom Lens and kill. Hell, Dreadnought, what do? You take way too much damage from Giga Drain is what you do. So maybe not you. I don't think there are any fancy strats we're going to be doing here. I think it's just, like, if it happens to click a move other than Acrobatics, that's just strict upside. And then, yeah, Zoom Lens lets us kill. Which is nice, because that means we can give Goss. Oh, notably, that's level 79 Arcanine, too. Hardstone is enough for Rock Slide into E-Speed. Might want that Zoom Lens for Lantern. That's a good point. I did forget I have Extreme Speed. Yeah, because I'm expecting them to hit me a turn anyways. I would need to level up to 81, but that's fine. Or do I need to level up to 81? Yeah, I do. Oop, not that. Okay. So level Arcanine to 81. Give it a hard stone. Potentially baits in a Scavalier. Probably, well, we outspeed Lantern as well. Oh, but also we outspeed and kill a Scavalier. Doesn't see that it has a Quick Claw. Okay, so it's always going to be Sharpedo. Going for a kill with Waterfall or Earthquake Speed Boost Focus Band, because of course it does. Though I will say, it's Speed Boost, so it's not Rough Skin. So, Caracosta, maybe? Or we could just rely on Walrein to hit past the fucking Focus Band again. Worth noting, though, Waterfall can flinch. So, not great. Ooh, Dark Pulse does a lot to Caracosta. Yeah, too much. Do we have a way to safely get off? Yeah, Because we're baiting Waterfall or Earthquake. There's maybe even a chance we're baiting Dark Pulse. I think min-roll Acrobatics into... Well, min-roll Acrobatics into Super Fang. It's really annoying to calc, because Super Fang's damage is going to be based off of whatever our HP is after Acrobatics happens. Guess you finally got our Chandelure. You finally made it to the sewers. I'm so proud of you, babe. Congratulations. Like, if I had a way to securely bait Earthquake, but I do not. I do potentially have a way to securely bait Dark Pulse, assuming we don't take it on the swap in, though. I think Electrode is just a free win. Yeah, level 81. Puts us out of Kill of Earthquake range. I mean, Focus Band is an issue. Especially because... Yeah. True, we outspeed at +1. But... Then what? You know, like... Yeah, like... It's nice that it outspeeds when it comes in, and it definitely can do big damage. And just had it for, like, any chip through band taking it out. That's true. But I don't know if I have a good thing to get it to chip on, right? Like... Yeah, Ice Beam does enough so I can't, like, safely... Because also, the only move it has that makes contact is Waterfall. Bum ba bum ba 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 bum 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 ba da 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 dum. It's just so hard to knock off. I suppose worth noting, Waterfall. Because, like, what's the overlap of Waterfall? So if I take max roll Earthquake, not too unrealistic. 206 minus 131 is 75, which would put us potentially into max roll Waterfall range. It's so annoying. Damn, really cool how well Turtonator kind of lives this thing. The fact that Turtonator's faster than a Scavalier is hilarious. Fucking roll on, man. That's kind of funny, actually. Granbull... Granbull's actually a pretty good Volt Switch target, actually. Because it takes all of its moves really well. And then, yeah, it typically just baits Waterfall. Would Magnet Volt Switch do enough? Because we don't want... It would. Yeah, 91%, it's like 12.5% from Rough Skin Iron Barbs. So it would be swap to Electrode, swap to Granbull, because critical hit waterfall does like 79%, but I think Citrus Berry always keeps us in range to only ever bait waterfall. Let me just confirm that. Especially because, yeah, we're dropping its attack with Intimidate. I don't even think we need the Citrus Berry. That actually only affects Earthquake, funny enough. Not that it matters. Ooh, Intimidate would potentially bait Ice Beam. Damn. Seismitoad? Seismitoad could do it, I think. Yeah. Okay. It's a shame to not get the damage drop, but she's better than nothing. Waterfall is 38%, 84%, yeah, so it would have to be Garchomp, unless we wanted to level up Togedemaru a lot. So, get out the Chomp. Off a Waterfall, probably baits in, not Lantern. Drill Run. Worth noting, Mega Garchomp does actually have a pretty solid special attack stat. Garchomp, do you learn... Actually, you might just get Fire Punch. You get Fire Blast. It's very frustrating. It'd be really good if you got Fire Punch. The main thing is that Earthquake does enough damage to show it fast 2-hit KO. Oh, this would also be like that. So, yeah, swap to you. Swap to you. EQ. Well, we wouldn't even EQ. We just win. Because our Garchomp's hidden power type is ground, which I don't think is that much better in this situation than something like Rock Tomb. Yeah, we take too much damage from Mega Horn staying in. But can we set it up so that Mega Horn into Drill Run doesn't kill Turtonator? I think we might barely be able to hit that range, which is really funny. Because, yeah, I believe we're always baiting Mega Horn. Let me confirm. Garchomp taking crit waterfall does... So... 265 minus 154 comes out to 111. It'd be really low odds that we bait Ironhead. Really low odds. We would basically have to get crit max rolled, which is pretty good. I wish that we had a turn to like Mega Evolve on it, right? Although, well, Ironhead still does a lot to Eldegoss. Unfortunately, I can't incorporate it as like a pivot. Also, I should confirm if I can even do the Mega Horn into Drill Run strat, right? Because I would need to pre-damage enough so that low roll Mega Horn... Ooh, Mega Horn can miss, can't it? That's a problem. Mega Horn can miss, so we can't pre-damage to always proc Citrus. I'm pretty sure, right? Mega Horn's like 85 accuracy. 90 accuracy. And the range we would need to pre-damage to... Oh, hold on. I think it's... Yeah, it might actually still work out. So 186 divided by 2 is 93. Plus 60 brings us to 153. Oh yeah, that's safe. Yeah, no, that's actually like really good. Funny. Okay. I think those odds are pretty solid. Critical hit max roll on Sharpedo. Oh, wait. we can give Garchomp a Citrus Berry, because we don't need pre-damage. Or, not pre-damage, what? Well, actually, yeah. If we pre-damage so that, well, if any roll of... We actually don't even need to pre-damage for Waterfall crit. But yeah, I think just like any amount of healing to drag us out of the Iron Head range. And then, yeah, we just always bait Mega Horn. Okay, cool. Because, yeah, we don't need to actually attack with Garchomp. So at that point, we'll take at least one Drill Run. Lantern. Well, actually, we don't even guarantee take one Drill Run because we are faster than it somehow. Which is a little annoying because it's hard to predict what Lantern will do. And I don't suppose we have anything that could just swap in on it and kill. Confuse Ray is so annoying. Okay, worth noting, we are able to blank Thunder. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh shit, you're right. That is all my slots. Fuck. Alright, who takes very little damage from Hydro Pump? No one? Cool shit. Fuck. This doesn't work. I mean, it kind of does. If I can get Garchomp back in, I can maybe kill with Earthquake, but that's not guaranteed. Because of Bright Powder. It's very annoying. Alright. Can we roll Compress here? You could potentially try to find a way to tighten up the Sharpedo line, but I don't really see how we do that in a way that sets up Garchomp for the dunk. Worth noting, we've also been running these numbers with level 79 Seismitoad and level 79 Turtonator. Fucking Focus Man, man. And the problem is speed boost. If we could like drop its speed and get Dragonite in. But like all of its moves have flinch. So we kind of have to do it this way. Unless we like Volt Switch into something to sack to Garchomp, but I don't want to lose Eldegoss or Arcanine. We could also just say fuck it, we ball, but if we fail, then what? I don't like the thought of wiping to this thing. Okay. Because if we can PP stall, Hydro Pump, and Thunder, we're like so fine. Eldegoss takes both of those moves really well, but not well enough. And because they do the same damage, we can't reliably swap back and forth between itself and Garchomp. So fucking confused, Rayman. I really love a guy with own tempo right now. Yeah, nothing matches up into this thing good. We can't do any, like, Mega Chomp shit. Though, worth noting, yeah, so I actually don't think Turtonator is at risk of Escavalier, so we could, in theory, give Garchomp, we could give Garchomp fucking Garchompite But then we're still risking a miss on Bright Powder, and that's not good. We don't have a lot of good sure hit move options. We've got Magical Leaf, which does do a lot on Roserade. Doesn't do nearly as much on Eldegoss. I don't think Roserade can do it without Life Orb, though. Yeah, would need Life Orb. Which isn't necessarily awful, but we need to make sure we're coming in on a thing that isn't Confuse Ray. Then... well, Roserade always baits Earthquake, but... who can we teach Magical Leaf to fix this? Probably no one, right? Magical Leaf. Bombasnow, Among Us, Bayleaf, Blossom, Bellsprout, Mountain Sweet, Braylon, Carnivine, Celebi, Chespin, Chikorita, Fable, Cleffa, Dartrix, Deerling, Eldegoss, who already has it. Hisuian, Electrode, who I don't think he's going to be able to do it. He can't do it with Energy Ball. He's not going to be able to do it with Magical Leaf. Do we have anyone who just takes Hydro Pump really good? Who can do the thing? Like, okay, do we have something who can safely swap in on, like, all Sharpedo attacks and then bait and then live water moves? No, because in order to live water moves... it's so annoying. It's so annoying. Also, Dark Pulse is a little too much for Corviknight here. Gyarados, you don't have anything funky. Not really. You are able to drop its attack, but it doesn't really prevent you from getting flinched into oblivion. It's like if Garchomp didn't die to Ice Beam, and if Togedemaru didn't die to Earthquake. Yeah, Arcanine baits. Virtually random move. It'll bait anything but Ice Beam, I think. I could also see if I have a different answer for Crobat. I don't think I do, but... once Flying Gem is gone, how much does Acrobatics do? An amount. Unfortunately, its primary attacking move is... well, hold on. Okay, Future Sight does one-hit KO. Giga Drain does just a little too much damage, I think. Oop. And that's the 9 PM alarm. And we've got a good chunk of people in here right now, so I probably want to raid out what we still have, y'all. And I'll just look at this on my own time. I'm sure there's an answer here somewhere. I've just got to be, like, a little more, you know, little more dignant about looking for it. So let me take a look at the Twitch. Twitch.bitch. See who's up and at 'em right now. Ooh, that's the wrong button. Doubt this good luck with planning. Thank you, bud. Fuck it, I can keep raiding Kaya Coliseum. She's got 157 people, but we have 11. That's not that bad. Does it come off as clout chasey? Probably a little, I don't know. call 1L2S. But also, by drawing attention to it, I make it worse than it would be otherwise. So, you know. Don't over damn it, I spelled it wrong. Raid, Hiya. Is it C-O-L-O? It is C-O-L-O. I cannot spell the word Coliseum to save my life. All right, folks. We're back at it. We're running. We're bunning. And we're already 2 fights down in Aqua Hideout. It doesn't sound like a lot, but honestly is really fucking good. We're making progress. Slow but steady. If we can make it to Matt, if we can just get out of Aqua Hideout, if we can just clear this last evil team section of the game, we can realistically go back, try to get our Hellroom encounter. We're going to get the Master Ball too while we're here. We could get some real gas added to our box if we are fortunate. But we got to not sabotage ourselves along the way. I don't know if next stream's going to be Run and Bun or Dark Deity. I'll figure it out and probably post about it in the Discord. So I would ideally like some extra time to calc, and I don't want to give up on DD. I want to be able to finish it. I don't want to admit defeat like that. But fuck it, whatever. Folks, thank you so much for spending your evening here with me. Until next time, I have been April. She has been May. You have all been incredible, and I will catch you all in the next one. Have a good night, folks. Sending out the raid.